you have any questions, this is the time to ask. Hello. Hi, how you doing? Welcome again. Like I said, you guys have any questions, feel free and ask. It's a lovely evening. I just thought I'll jump in to say hello to you guys and to answer your questions. Good day as well too. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. Acid reflux. Okay. Okay, so someone asked, what do you think about Irish sea moss? Irish sea moss is fantastic, okay? I just don't think that it's a heal-all for everything. So a lot of people, they will try and heal themselves, and they'll use sea moss by itself and have the standard American diet. It doesn't help that way. It can improve a bit, but it's not a magical herb. So if you use sea moss with your fruit diet or a raw vegan diet, you do very well. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Quite a few questions are coming. Hello from Maryland. Hi, nice to meet. Thank you for being here, all of you. I really appreciate it. Let's see questions. So someone asked me about acid reflux. Acid reflux, you have to understand, there are actually 3 deep causes of it, or potentially 3 causes. One is that you have sulfur. You take medications, they leave sulfur deposits, and this can create this acid reflux. Number 2, you have interstitial lymphatic congestion or stagnation. This means that your cells, the acids from your cells, burning from the inside out. Okay, and number 3, you are consuming too much protein, and this is creating an abundance of HCl, which is affecting you. So if you want to deal with all of these at the same time, I would go on green drinks initially. And I would use herbs for the entire body, which is the Fabulous 5. Herbs for the adrenals, kidneys, lymph system, stomach, and bowels. I would use extra herbs for the bowels called bowel strength tincture, okay? So we got to get the bowels clean. Take herbs for the liver and pancreas as well, okay? And gradually go into subacid fruits. And then, if you can, move on to the aggressive fruits like the melons and the grapes when you can, okay? But the herbs are important, and you need to do it in a gradual manner. You can also take aloe vera shots, and you can also take a half teaspoon of baking soda in water and drink it, and that will help calm down the reflux as you heal the actual root cause. So remember that acid reflux at the heart is a kidney, lymphatic, and adrenal issue, and these all should be addressed. So that's why I said address the whole body, and focus on those areas like the pancreas, the liver, the gut, okay, and the adrenals. So let's see. Yeah, thank you for being here. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free and ask. I'll do my best to go fast and answer as much as I can. You know, very often I'm not able to because there's way too many, but I'm here to do the best I can. Okay, so let's see another question. What causes your groin to ache? For any kind of aches, any kind of pains, you have to understand the root cause of it. It's inflammatory, okay? So it's acidic in nature. It's not alkaline in nature. So anything that hurts you, pain, it could be a nervous pain, it could be pain from the nerves, it could be pain from acid buildup. It's still a blockage of energy flow, which is lymph flow, blood flow, nerve flow. You need to unblock this energy. Now, obviously, go get it checked if it's pressing, okay? But if it's not pressing and you want to remove that acidosis or inflammation in that area, you need to get the kidneys to filter. You need to get the lymph system to move. It's very, very simple, very powerful. So 100% fruit diet and the Fabulous 5, kidney tea, and use herbs for circulation. That's it, and keep at it. Once the acids leave, once the kidneys are able to drain the acids out of the body and the lymph moves, you see that this pain goes away, okay? Because pain is only there because it's trapped or stuck acids. Let's see, next question. So someone says, what fruits do you recommend on a kidney cleanse more than once? So what's my favorite fruit for a kidney cleanse? I would go on, if I had a choice, I would go either on a grape only or a watermelon only cleanse. Actually, sorry, grape olive cleanse, because kidneys are, the watermelon is very aggressive and it's very hydrating, very watery. I'll go on a grape only cleanse. That would be my favorite fruit to use if I was trying to heal my kidneys, okay? Of course, you need the herbs, you need the kidney teas, the kidney flush tincture, Fabulous 5, those are essential. But my favorite fruit, if it came to the kidneys, would be a grape only diet. So like a 20-day dark grape only diet would be fantastic for that, okay? If someone says, what's the best fruit for cleansing the lymphatic system, the entire lymphatic system, you need to use any fruit that's astringent, okay? This could be, the most astringent, in my opinion, are the grapes, the melons, and the citrus fruits. They are the most powerful because they're the most astringent. They pull are toxins. They liquefy the mucus, they move the lymph system, they help the kidneys to filter. So those are the most powerful fruits to use if you're trying to fix any kind of blockages, okay, any kind of trouble situation, chronic issues. You want to go on those major fruits. Okay. So someone says, I have been doing fruit and some veggies diet for growth, hair growth, but I see that I'm still losing hair. I've been taking the herb. Should I continue? Now, listen, if you're losing hair, you have to understand why you lose hair in the first place. You're losing hair because of acidosis, okay? Your body is highly acidic state. It creates excess mucus, excess acids. This affects the glands, the hormones, also affects the actual hair follicles itself, and it burns off. Now, if you switch the diet and you go on a 100% fruit diet or alkaline diet, the body is going to continue to get rid of the weak cells because the body does not keep weak tissue. It's nature's law. Nature's law is that the weak will be eliminated and the strong will survive. And this includes all the cells and tissue of the body. If the cell of the body or any kind of tissue is weak, the body will get rid of it. It will recycle it. So if you have a weak hair follicles to begin with and you went on a fruit cleanse, chances are, not always the case, you could continue to lose it. But it will regrow back. This is how it works. It gets rid of the old and rebuilds the new. You cannot build a new building on a plot that has an old building. You have to remove the old building, get a good foundation, and you build a new building. The same with the hair. So most times though, that's not the case. Like in my case, at some point, my hair was thinning out years ago before I went on to the raw vegan diet. And in my case, it didn't fall out more. It just grew back thicker. Okay, so everyone is different in that regard. Depends on how weak the hair follicles are to begin with. But always, it will get rid of the weak and replace it with the new, okay, and the stronger. So that's how it works. So if it were me, I'll continue on the path of the raw vegan diet with the herbs. Absolutely. It can take time, but you always win in the end. Even if your hair doesn't grow back for any reason, you still have the health benefits, so it's to your advantage, right? So let's see. Any more questions here? Any tips for large fibroids? So fibroids in general, okay, like when we're addressing the root cause, we always address why they would form in the first place. And it's a kidney filtration issue. You're not filtering out waste. Okay, so the waste sticks around and it affects the body. The body will encapsulate waste that it cannot get rid of through the kidneys. Okay, it will encapsulate it. And that's where these masses develop. It's actually a protection mechanism for you. It's trying to protect you. So you have to get the kidneys to filter. You have to move the lymph system. A watermelon only cleanse is fantastic for that. It's great for cleansing out that area. Watermelon or any kind of melon cleanse. And you need the herbs. You need the Fabulous 5. You need the kidney tea. You need herbs for the female reproductive area. Okay, herbs like chaste berry are fantastic for that. They will help you balance the estrogen levels and testosterone and with progesterone. Okay, so you have a nice balance, and this can help you as well. I would also douche with lymphatic herbs like plantain leaf, comfrey leaf. We call it lymphatic tea. You can use that to douche as well. But it's a process and it will take a bit of time because this is deep. You got to fix the kidneys, you got to fix your adrenals, you got to clean the lymph system, clean the bowels, clean the whole body, okay? And like I said, I would probably jump on a 20-day lemon only cleanse. Fantastic for you, hydrating, very cleansing, moves the lymph system. It can flush out all the toxins and acids that are stuck there, okay? So that's what I would do if it were me. So let's see. How do you cleanse the liver? I drink once or twice on the weekend. So if you're drinking alcohol and your liver is compromised, the first step is obviously to stop drinking, okay? Now, obviously you're having some concerns. That's why you're asking this question. And don't get to the point where it's too far gone. The great thing about the liver is that it's very powerful. It can regenerate itself. It's one of the organs of the body that can really regenerate itself quickly. Okay, and that's because it's very important to the body. It's the chemical factory of the body. It transmutes chemicals. Okay, so please, if you have a liver issue, you understand that it's tied to the kidneys. And why is that? Because when you're drinking a lot of alcohol, you're putting a lot of toxins in the body, and they're being overworked. But also, your lymph system is being compromised. So your lymph system is not draining acids out effectively. So the acids stick around for affect organ tissue and glands. And in your case, the liver is the organ that's being beaten up. It's the organ that's the weakest. So it will reflect the fastest. If you want to fix your liver, you go on the if I was with me, I would go on 100% fruit diet. I would use the Fabulous 5, the kidney tea. Okay, as we know, the Fabulous 5 right here. Okay, we use it. This covers everything. So this kidney diuretic and the kidney tea. okay, and to flush the whole body, herbs for the whole body. But I'll use extra herbs for the liver as well, okay, herbs for the liver, like and then you see the body will start recovering itself. But 100% fruit diet, alkaline diet, raw vegan diet, but preferably 100% fruit diet is the best way to do it, and use herbs for the entire body plus herbs for the liver, so and you will get better. So how can, someone says, it's a good question, how can I, Petra, how can I make the transition to juicing for me and my family? Well, I mean, you can start slow. I mean, first of all, discuss it with your family, and if you, hopefully you all agree, and then you can implement the juicing in the mornings and the afternoons, okay, at the very least. And then maybe nighttime you can have a big salad, or you can have some steamed veggies, and then gradually build up to a point where you're juicing all. I mean, it's great to go on a juice cleanse for a good stretch, like a week or two, to cleanse the whole body. But there's nothing wrong after that to have a full fruit diet. In other words, you can have a mixed bunch of fruit diet, and you can add some raw vegan like veggies in there if you wish. If the issue is not pressing and you just want a healthy diet, then you can have some steamed veggies and alkaline vegan food. Okay, go very light on the starches, or none at all, and make the fruit juicing and fruits breakfast and lunch at the very least. Okay, that's how I would incorporate it into as a family trait, as a healthy family. And of course, occasionally you're going to have a cheat here and there. That's fine, so long as the majority of your food is high energy, high raw food, alkalizing food, and you do very well. Okay. Someone says, how long did it take me? You asked about me. How long did it take me to transition? I transitioned overnight. Like literally overnight. I actually went to a raw vegan retreat, and it was a place you would go there, and it was a 3-week retreat. And I went, as you know, most of you know, I came from a high protein meat eating diet straight into a raw vegan diet, strict raw vegan diet. We ate nothing but greens, okay, microgreens and salads, and nothing but raw vegan, not even fruits. When we didn't even have fruits. It was just raw vegan greens. And I never went back after that. Meaning that it transformed my life so much so that I never went back. So it depends on how bad you want it. I for some reason, I did it for my wife's sake. I mean, we said we should go to a raw vegan retreat, and I decided to go to give it a try. But once I tried it, I never turned back. Okay, because for me, the effects, the difference was like night and day. So I was sold, and I've been this way for 9 years. I'm not a raw vegan, but my diet is like 70 to 80% fruits / raw vegan diet, and the rest is occasional cooked. But some days, like the past week or two, I'm strictly fruits. Okay, and then occasionally I'll have some raw vegan, like a peppers or cucumbers, maybe a raw salad. Then that's what my days are mostly. But sometimes, occasionally, I will have cooked vegan food. Okay. So someone says, I purchased the kidney tincture, but it didn't tell me whether I should put it in the refrigerator. It's okay. You can leave all tinctures out. Store away from sunlight. It won't necessarily destroy the tincture. It's just that you want it to last longer, so you put it in a cool, dry place away from sunlight. Okay. It could be a cupboard. That's fine. You don't need to put it in the fridge. Best stuff for sinuses. That's a vague question. So if your sinuses are congested, you want to understand why is it that way. Your gut is congested, number one. Your head sits on the GI tract. The GI tract connects every single organ in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so if you're congested this way, then you want to make sure that you clean your gut, you clean your kidneys, because it's a kidney issue. Okay, it's always a kidney issue because it's a way of eliminating waste. And your sinuses will back up when you cannot drain waste out. So take steps to clean the sinuses, like use peppermint oil and in a neti pot, clean the nose, do some ear candling, clean the ears, clean the eyes, do some hot and cold compresses at the back of the head if you need it, do some neurolymphatic massages at the back of the head and the upper back region. Chew horseradish root is great at breaking the mucus in the sinuses. Okay, anything you can do to break the sinuses mucus in there, you can do it, and you will get relief. But at heart, this is a bowel, kidney, and lymphatic issue which should be addressed. So I would be on a 100% fruit diet or green drinks, and I'll use a Fabulous 5 kidney tea, and I would use the bowel cleanser as well to clean the body, and use some circulation herbs like to push blood flow to the scalp region. Okay, we have that on our website. It's called the Neurological 1, and we also have it called the Circulatory 1 and 2. Very powerful to push blood flow to the head region. Okay, let's see. How do you get a detailed iridology reading? So on my profile link right now, I have a link to my website, and there's a service for the iridology. Okay, guys, I love reading iridology. Iridology is, in my opinion, and anyone who goes through it, one of the best ways of seeing tissue in your body, the state of tissue in your body. It's absolutely amazing in the way you can see what's going on. It can show you the strength and the weaknesses, and you see stuff before it ever actually manifests itself, because the eyes show you every single organ. Okay, every single organ is listed there. Gland is listed, is there, and it's always 99% accurate. Okay, in my opinion, I've done thousands of eyes. I've read thousands of eyes, and it's always accurate. Okay, far more accurate than any other tool I've heard of used myself before. So it's well worth for you to get a reading, okay, because it will tell you what's weak. And remember that this doesn't diagnose, it just shows you weaknesses and strength, and then you can make the judgment of how to improve those parts that are strong, that are weak, or how to strengthen those parts you want extra strength in. But on my website right now, it's on my profile link, you can get a link to the service. It takes me about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours to put it all together, because you get a full report and it's detailed for both eyes, and I give you a suggestion on the herbs to use and the diet to follow as well. So it's very comprehensive. Okay, and well worth the investment. So I covered the fibroids. Okay, how to rebuild after years of antibiotics. The way to rebuild after years of antibiotics is not to use probiotics, okay, although that could technically speaking help, is to clean the terrain, clean the whole body. And how you do that is the way I preach all the time, fruits and herbs, because you want the lymphatic system to move. When the lymphatic system moves, then you can see the right balance of bacteria will come. You do not need to put bacteria in your body, okay, because bacteria are attracted to it. Okay, it's just like a septic tank. It's always, bacteria is always present, no matter what. It's always present. Now, how much bacteria will be present depends on the terrain. If you have putrid stuff in you, then you attract those bacteria needed to break it down. But if your body has no putrid or fermenting foods in you, you attract the right amount of bacteria in there. Okay, you don't have to make extra efforts. But I'll cleanse the whole body, go on green drinks, go on a 100% fruit diet, and if you must, although I'm technically speaking against it, really, you can use some probiotics, but just for a short period of time. Okay, because I don't believe in putting bacteria into the body when it's not needed. Okay, so let's see, any more questions? Hair loss. Do you know that it's funny, but we always get questions on hair loss. Hair loss is such a pressing issue. I just covered it, okay, but I'll make it very quick. Hair loss is an acidosis issue. Acidosis means that the body and the lymphatic system cannot eliminate waste properly because your kidneys are not filtering. So your gut is congested. So the acids back up. They affect organ tissue and glands, but specifically they affect the head region and they start burning follicles. Okay, so you want to get rid of, stop hair loss, you got to stop the acidosis. Alkalize the body, 100% fruit diet or raw vegan diet. Use the herbs, the Fabulous 5, okay, Fabulous 5, and the kidney tea. You're gonna use it. Okay, get the kidneys to work better. Move the lymph system with 100% fruit diet. Use herbs for the gut. Clean the gut. Make sure you use herbs for circulation. We have circulation herbs 1 and 2 for the blood flow to the scalp. Neurological herbs, herbs for the brain and nerves. We call it neurological 1, and use external hair oils. Okay, we also have it on our website. You can use it to stimulate the scalp externally. It will take time. Okay, first the hair loss stops, then the body will get rid of any. First, the body will get rid of any weak hair follicles, regardless. Then the hair loss stops. Then the hair begins to regrow. That's how it works. It can take a bit of time, though. Okay, so just so you know. Let's see, how long does it take to eliminate all inflammation? I can't give you a time, okay, but you're going to feel great as you go along. I mean, anybody goes on a fruit cleanse 2-3 weeks, there's no denying how fantastic you feel. It's just amazing, okay? But the level of what you need or how long you need depends on everybody, because everybody has a different level of lymph stagnation and chronic issues. I cannot give you a blind figure. In general, though, for a really deep cleanse, a good cleanse, when I say good, I mean enough for most people would be 12 to 14 weeks is a good cleanse, okay? For chronic issues, you're gonna need longer, most likely. Let's see. Can you help with mucus buildup in the chest? Mucus buildup in the chest. If you go on, so you need to use herbs like mullein leaf, okay, like coltsfoot. These are powerful herbs that can help you expectorate the mucus in the chest, okay? But also very powerful is a lemon-only cleanse. That tends to bring up all the mucus out for you. And you make sure you spit it out. Make sure you take attempts to clean out and never swallow it back. Because when you go on a lemon-only cleanse and use the herbs, you start spitting out, and you should always continue spitting out because you're trying to expectorate the mucus in the chest and the lung region. Okay, so yeah, I'll go 100% fruit diet. I'll use the Fabulous 5 kidney tea, and I'll use respiratory tea and respiratory 1 tincture. It has all the herbs you need for mucus in the chest, in the lung region as well. Okay, this is what I would do. Hypothyroidism in kids. Okay, so if you have any kind of underactive thyroid, you have to understand why. Okay, for kids, especially today, they're being born. Most kids are being born today. It's very sad. Are compromised. Okay, because the parents, when they in the time of conception, the child takes in the weaknesses and strength of the parents, and most of us are not eating the right foods. We have weak genetics, we have weak, compromised adrenals, lymphatic system, and kidneys. And when we give a birth to a child, the child gets all our weaknesses. So the children today are very compromised. So if you have a thyroid issue, you have to check the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus first and foremost, because they control the thyroid. And it's very, very likely, especially if your child is not as tall as he or she should be, it's an indication that their pituitary gland is compromised. So I would use, I'll put them on a high fruit diet, raw vegan diet, with some steamed veggies here and there, depending on how young they are, and use the herb, the Fabulous 5 kidney tea. I would also, based on an eye readings, give them a pituitary glandula to spark up the gland to get things going. Okay, so once that gets going, you can give them some herbs for the thyroid, like kelp. And we have a tincture called thyroid lift tincture, and that addresses the thyroid and lifts it up for you. It kind of like perks the thyroid up for you. That's what I would do for me, and give him or her endocrine herbs and herbs for the brain and nerves to spark up the whole endocrine glands system, and that should be sufficient enough. The great news is that when they are children, is a much easier chance of getting them back healthier again if you do the right things. But you as a parent have to give them the right foods and have to encourage them to do the right thing to heal themselves. Okay. So someone asked me about how to clear up endometriosis. I covered how to take care of fibroids naturally, and it's the same approach I would use. So I'll save this video, and you can always go back and watch it. Okay. Someone says my son has a wart on his hand that's in pain. So if you're in pain, go seek immediate treatment. Okay, but understand why a wart would form. A wart is an adrenal issue. Okay, adrenal and viral, potentially viral as well, and it's always the same cause. He has a stagnant lymphatic system. He has kidneys that just don't filter properly. So that's why it happened. You got to fix the root cause. The root cause is the adrenals. You got to fix the adrenals. Use adrenal herbs. Obviously change your diet as you. Whenever I make a suggestion, it always goes without saying that the diet has to change. Okay, that's 99% of the game is the diet, and then we use the herbs to help. So I would change the diet to a raw vegan diet. Give him juices. Give him lots of juices to move the lymph system. Watermelon juice, honeydew juices are fantastic. Grapes, any kind of fruit for children is fantastic. They love fruits. And give them the herbs. Herbs for the adrenals, herbs for the kidneys, adrenals, lymph system, stomach and bowels, the Fabulous 5, some kidney tea to flush everything out. And you see, in time, it improve. But if it's pressing, go get treatment for it. See, there's more questions. Someone says, and anything for anemia. If you have anemia, it's your adrenals. I want you to notice something. How many questions have come up right now, and it's all adrenals. You see how scary it is. The adrenals are crucial for your livelihood. They are crucial for your well-being. Okay, I mean, they control pretty much almost everything. They control the kidneys. Kidneys filter lymph system. Lymph system backs up. Everything gets affected. So you can see why adrenals are one of the most pressing issues in almost every single case. In this case here, so he has anemia. Anemia is a compromised adrenals. You have low iron levels because your adrenals are not making use of the iron. So even if you supplement with iron, which you can, use plant-based iron sources like yellow dock, like burdock root, Irish sea moss are fantastic, or even green drinks, dark green drinks will give you all a good abundance of iron, bioavailable iron, but you still have to address the adrenals. So use an adrenal glandula perhaps. If you have to check your eyes. If it's chronic, use a glandula. If it's not chronic, use an adrenal tincture, okay? With the Fabulous 5 herbs and with the kidney tea, always with the diet change. Yes, someone says extra bowel strength tincture. Can you take a bowel strength tincture in addition to the Fabulous 5? Yes, you can. Absolutely. When you're trying to heal something, you have to open up all the elimination channels. And this includes the lungs, includes the skin, okay, includes the bowels and the kidneys. These are the 4 main elimination channels, and they should be opened up. If you don't open them up, that's one of the major causes of your health issues, because one of these avenues are blocked. One or more of these avenues are blocked. Okay, and obviously the lymph system is not working properly, because once these avenues are blocked, the lymph system backs up, especially when the kidneys is involved. So yes, you can combine them. How do you get rid of heartburn? Heartburn is I just covered it. Heartburn is caused primarily because one, high sulfur in you from antibiotics and medications. One, it could be interstitial lymphatic congestion, which is the most likely one, meaning that your cells are burning from the inside out. Okay. And number 3 is could be high protein diets. You're producing too much HCl. The pancreas can't keep up, and that's burning you. Okay, so this can cause all. And also, if you eat the wrong foods, food combination can cause heartburn as well. So in every case, it's a diet change. If you switch to an all-fruit diet, you go on like a melon only cleanse. You see, you get relief. Okay, obviously choose the fruits that you can tolerate, because some fruits are too aggressive for you, especially if it's interstitial. Especially if it's you need to go on like a sub-acid fruits like pears and apples, and use green drinks until you can tolerate the more aggressive fruits, which you will be able to if you use the herbs and stay on the path. Okay. Thank you so much, lady. I can't say, lady. Thank you for the kind words. My point is, any one of you, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. You all mean a lot to me. I really, really thankful for you guys being here, and I'm here because I'm doing my best to try and help you the best way I can. Even if I can change just one of you and help you just to your understanding change a bit, I've done my part, and that's why I come on, because I feel it's my duty to help you help yourself so you can help other people as well. Okay, and I thank you so much. No, you don't need. Someone says, do I need to refrigerate tinctures? No, you don't refrigerate tinctures. Keep them in a cool, dry place away from sunlight. I don't know. Someone asked me, what do you think about Swiss Chris? I don't know what that is, so please try and explain, please. Someone said, talk about sickle cell. Okay, so when it comes to any kind of blood issue, healthy blood, remember that this kind of situation occurs when your blood is to the thicker side. Okay, when you're eating the wrong kind of foods, these kind of things can manifest more. So if you have any kind of blood issue, okay, you always want to make sure you're eating the high fruit diet, because they're high in flavonoids, they're high in antioxidants. The blood is light, okay, and it flows easier, and the cells don't kind of stick together, okay, which will happen on a high protein, starchy diet. So the key is to do that. And of course, even though it's a blood issue, it's actually a lymphatic issue as well. So I would also check the bone marrow, use herbs for the bone marrow, use herbs for the spleen, okay, because the spleen cleans the blood. And this is how I would address it, and address the kidneys, because this is how you fix such things, how you get them better. Even though it's a blood issue, it's actually a lymphatic kidney issue, always the case, and adrenals, of course. So cleanse the whole body, high berry diet, high fruit diet, use herbs for the fabulous 5, the kidney tea, and add lymphatic herbs, but also add herbs for the spleen and herbs for the bone marrow as well. Okay, you can always reach out to me and ask me these questions specifically. Someone says, how do you get rid of chronic migraine? So if you have any kind of migraine, there's 2 causes. Number 1, your sinuses congested, so clean the sinuses. Number 2, your gut. It's usually a gut issue, and if it's a gut issue, it's also a kidney issue, because your gut is not gonna be congested like that unless it's interstitial, meaning that unless you're actually very constipated, and then you relieve yourself of the constipation, maybe do some enemas or use some herbs to get your bowels moving, because you should be using your bowels should be moving as frequently as you eat. If you eat a meal, an hour and a half to 2 hours, you should have a bowel movement. If you don't have it, you could be constipated, even though you think that you have regular bowel movements. Okay, so clean the bowels, clean the sinuses, because it's congestion of sinuses. Clean the nose, the ears, the eyes. Use a neti pot with peppermint oil to break the mucus. Chew horseradish roots. Get anything you can do to break the mucus in your head region is what you do for a chronic headache. For immediate relief, though, you can take peppermint oil, okay, and put your tip of your fingers and put on your temple here, and it tends to give you relief, okay, or here, peppermint oil, organic, and you smell it. It will give you relief of the headaches. But at the root cause, the headache is a gut, okay, and a sinus issue, and these should be addressed at the core. Okay, let's see. Someone says Sebi talked about foods with the CHO. I'm sure I don't know what CHO you're referring to, so please clarify. Okay. So if you have any kind of viral issue that you want to get better, okay, remember that what viruses are there for. They are there to target weak cells. That's what they are there for. Just like bacteria is there to usually to break down putrid proteins, and fungus is there to break down sugars that cannot be broken down. So these pathogens are there for a reason. They're there to serve a purpose. They didn't choose you and say, oh, this guy is a bad guy, so let me go attack him. It's because you have a compromised lymphatic system. If your system was not compromised, these things will come in and out of your body. They don't need to be there, okay? That's why kidney filtration is crucial, and that's why the lymph system has to move. That's why 100% fruit diet is crucial for the lymph system, and that's why using herbs for the kidneys, dry fasting, and having good kidney filtration is crucial, because these things come out. They don't come out when it's clogged. When the lymph system is clogged, when the kidneys are not filtering, then they stick around. So the way to get relief from viral overloads is to do exactly that. Detox the whole body, 100% fruit diet, and use herbs for the lymphatic system, and kidneys, adrenals, the fabulous 5 kidney tea, that sort of thing, and attack it relentlessly. So someone says, what is the Fab 5? Fab 5 refers to herbs for the kidneys, the adrenals, the lymph system, the bowels, and the endocrine glands. We call it the fabulous 5 because it covers the major systems, okay? And there are about 42 different herbs in there, individual. But we have it in a tincture form like this, okay? And it's called fabulous 5. And you can take it like that. It's easier for you to take. And it's the base. It's always the base, plus the kidney tea, because you always want to make sure that these avenues are clean. Whenever you're trying to heal something, always attend to digestion, okay? Digestion, elimination, assimilation, and utilization. All those 4 have to be covered, okay? So it's very important. That's why we always use herbs for those reasons, because herbs are there to clean and strengthen cells. So that's what we use them for. That's why if you're going on a fruit only cleanse, it's powerful enough to give you results. It is. It definitely is. But sometimes you need that extra hand, because we are so compromised in the foods we eat in. Our bodies are so compromised and clogged up, and so much obstructions that the fruits might not be enough, meaning that they will take you so far. And that's why the herbs come in. That's why you should be on the herbs if you can afford it, okay? Is it okay to blend grapes and lemons together? Yes, you can, because grapes are sub-acid fruits, and lemons are acid, so they combine together, yes. How to build muscle and strength. So if you want to build muscle and strength, you have to understand how you build muscle. Number one, the first thing you do when you're trying to build muscle, obviously, is to stimulate the muscle growth. And that's done with heavy weights, or putting the muscle through something it's not accustomed to, which is usually in the case, it's lifting heavy weights. When you lift heavy weights, you're going to tear down muscle. And then next step is you need to recover that muscle for it to grow bigger. Okay, and that's where recovery comes into play. Recovery and nutrition is actually 90% of the whole game. Once you've done the hard weight training, then you need to recover. Okay, and here's the problem: most people can't recover. That's why when you go to the gym, you see people, they look the same. They go to the gym, they build some muscle, and they look great, and then they stay there forever. Okay, they can't, no matter how hard they try, they can't do it. And that's because they're not recovering. They go to the gym too often, they're eating the wrong foods, high protein diets and starches. And this, even though it makes you look bloated a bit and more muscular, is actually affecting you long term, affecting your kidneys, affecting your bowels, and affecting your joints. You get arthritis and joint issues eventually. It always happens, just a matter of time. Okay, so when you go on a muscle building diet and you stick high fruit, raw vegan side, you're amplifying recovery. That's what you're doing, because once you get kidney filtration, all the waste, when you lift weights, it's activity. You're performing an activity, and activity always generates acids, lactic acid, etc. And this needs to be removed. If it's not removed, it sticks around, burns organ tissue and glands. It affects you. It will dry things out. You start having joint pains, bowel issues, kidney issues, pancreas issues. So it's just a matter of time. So my opinion is that if you're trying to build muscle mass, obviously not to the level of a Mr. Olympian, but a nice muscular body that's strong and it will not go away, meaning that it's not fake muscle, then you do that on a high raw vegan diet, and you can have some alkaline starches to it as well, like quinoa, okay, and some wild rice. This is if you're trying to bulk up. This is not for detox. This is not for healing. Please understand that, okay? And I go high fruit, like high calorie fruit, like banana, dates, figs, coconut, avocados. They are fantastic muscle builders. And go high on the alfalfa. Alfalfa is the number one thing to use if you're trying to build up muscle using dark greens. Fantastic for you. Has lots and lots of minerals and vitamins for you, and it gets you strong. If you have any more questions about that, please direct message me. Let's see where we're going. Someone says, I'm feeling pain and warm in my feet. What do you think, please? As you know, my term for pain is acidosis, acids, stuck acids. And when it's going warm and cold, it could be a thyroid as well, issue as well. But it's always going to be related to the kidneys and lymphatic system because it's all interconnected, right? So if you have a feeling pain, a nervous system issue, it's most likely a nervous system issue and most likely a thyroid issue. Okay, but you have to go get it checked if you're not sure and if it's painful. So I would address the whole body as normal, 100% fruit diet. I would also use herbs for the entire body, clean the whole body, and use extra herbs for the brain and nerves. Use herbs for the adrenals because they control nervous system function. Okay, and I would also use herbs for the thyroid to balance things out. Okay, let's see. Eczema. Eczema is like all skin issues. Your skin is a third kidney. If your kidneys can't do their job properly, your skin is going to take the burden, and your skin is not the best in eliminating metabolic waste. It does eliminate waste in terms of gases and sweating, but it's not as efficient as the kidneys. So if you have skin issues, skin eruptions, no matter what you call them, it's due to your kidneys not filtering out metabolic waste properly. It's also due to the fact that your lymph system is congested. So I would go on 100% fruit diet. I would use herbs for the Fabulous 5 kidney tea. I'll use herbs for lymphatic system and also some herbs for maybe thyroid. If your thyroid is weak, to boost sweating, you should sweat a lot if you can to help eliminate the waste underneath your skin. Okay, so sweat a lot, detox the whole body, 100% fruit diet. Try a cleanse like a lemon only cleanse, grape only cleanse, or watermelon only cleanse, or melon only cleanse. Fantastic way of moving the lymph system. And understand this: when you have such skin issues, you will see a flare up initially, because when the body starts moving the lymph system and your kidneys are not filtering properly, you will see some skin eruptions. Okay, but we call them detox symptoms, and you should be prepared for them, and you should understand what they are, because if you don't, you will stop yourself from healing. Okay, and you miss the opportunity for healing. You should be focused on your kidneys. If you have any kind of skin issue, you should be using kidney tea, kidney tincture. You should be doing some dry fasting and 100% fruit diet with that as well. Okay, and you see you do very well. If you could only pick one herb, what would it be? If I could pick only one herb, I would most likely pick overursi. Why? Because it's the herb for the kidneys, and I know for a fact that kidneys are the king when it comes to health. So either buchu or overursi, which I do take. FYI, we have in our kidney 6. We have in kidney 6 buchu, cleaveless herb, nettle seed, gravel roots, fantastic herbs for the kidneys. If I could choose only one though, I'll probably choose overursi. Okay, because if I get my kidneys healthy, the rest of the body can cope, provided I'm on a good high living food diet, raw vegan diet. What's a green drink? A green drink is anything, as it says, anything green, vegetable, you juice it. Okay, it could be celery, cucumber, kale, romaine, any dark green vegetable you can juice it and make it a green drink. Usually though, a green drink starts off with cucumber and celery as a base, okay, to keep it nice and hydrating, a lot of fluid. And then you can add any other dark green vegetable, dandelion greens, anything. And then you can add some apples, green apples, even though it's a fruit, to sweeten it for you a bit. It's fantastic like that way, okay? So that's what a green drink is. The green drinks are not superior in any way, shape or form to fruits, okay? Not even celery. It doesn't come in close. And don't take my word for it. You gotta test it yourself and see. Do a week of celery only and do a week of melon only or grape only. You see, like night and day. Okay, what kind of grapes? You can use any kind of grapes, but I prefer a dark grapes only, like black grape, like Concord grapes. Any kind of dark grape is far superior than the green one. It's more astringent. Okay, but even if you had green grapes, you still do very well with it. It's fantastic. So how long do antibiotics take to leave the system? I can't tell you that because it varies for everybody. Okay, just get on it. Don't think like that. Don't think with objectives in your mind. When you think like that, you are looking for failure, because the body is very unique to us, in the individual, meaning that your body is different than my body. If I can get rid of something in a week, it doesn't mean that you can either. Okay, and you having that kind of mindset stops you from going to your goals, because this should be a lifestyle approach if you're trying to heal something until you get better, and then you can add some of the balance in there, like the cooked foods, whatever choice you prefer. But until that happens, it should be a lifestyle. Okay, because everybody's different. Everybody recovers differently, heals differently. Okay, adrenal insufficiency: how to heal naturally without drugs. It's an adrenal issue, but it's a kidney issue. Why? Because the adrenals sit in the kidneys. Adrenals get weak, kidneys get weak. Kidneys don't filter the lymph system. Lymph system backs up with all the acids. The lymph system is in every single organ, tissue, and cell. So that means everything gets compromised. So if you have an adrenal issue, you have a kidney issue, kidney filtration issue. Fix your kidneys. So I would be on 100% fruit diet. I would use herbs for the Fabulous 5. Okay, the Fabulous 5 right here. I would use the kidney tea. Okay, and I would use adrenal glandula. An adrenal glandula it's a tissue that sparks the nerves. We use it only for a month or two, and I'll use an adrenal tincture as well if it were me. Okay, so herbs for the adrenals like cordyceps, rhodiola, lion mane is a good one. These are herbs that will help the adrenals. Okay, and then at the same time use herbs for the entire body. That's Fabulous 5 kidney tea. Extra herbs for the kidneys. Once you get that going, the adrenals will get back on board. And once they get back on board, you see, you have all the energy you desire. Okay. Someone says if someone is on dialysis, if you're on dialysis, first of all you gotta see your doctor. Okay, but I mean it's same principles I would use if it were me to get out of it. The diet is crucial. The diet is absolutely crucial in it, because I mean that's the only way you're gonna get tissue healthy. It's the diet. So, but you have to talk to your doctor, because now you might be on binders, you might be on some medication, and you know I know it's kind of tricky, but if it were me, I was in that situation, I would be on a raw vegan diet at the very least, and I would also be using the kidney herbs and the herbs for the entire body, but like 2 different kidney tinctures, 2 different kidney teas, and I would go on an all fruit diet. Okay, I'll watch my potassium of phosphorus, obviously, and I'll use the binders if they gave it to me, and keep an eye on it. That's all. But that's how you get better. You're looking for kidney filtration, and you're looking for urination, the ability to urinate. That's your goal. Your goal should be, how can I start urinating if you're not urinating? Because if you don't urinate, you can't filter out the kidneys, the lymphatic system, through the kidneys. And it's a loop. So your goal, if you're not urinating, your first goal is to urinate. And after that, your next goal is to make sure you're filtering out waste through your kidneys. And you do that with the herbs and the fruits and the raw vegan diet. Okay. Let's see. Yes. How can I mix the kidney tea and the Fab 5 in 1 cup? So you take a teaspoon of the of the kidney tea, you boil it, then you take a dropper full or a half teaspoon of the Fabulous 5 and put it in the kidney tea and you drink it. Very simple. Why do I crave pizza? Well, you crave pizza because you're used to it, number 1. Number 2, because you most likely have fungus in you, parasites. Okay, they make you hungry. They crave those bad foods. When you're craving such foods, it's usually the cravings of a parasite. So you should deworm yourself. Use the Parasite W, use antimicrobial tinctures, but go on a 100% fruit diet and get rid of the fungus, because the fungus is a problem. It's calling pizza, it's calling pastas and rice, and it's calling, it likes anything that's starchy, because these are complex sugars that ferment, and the fungus has a feast on it. Okay, it's their food. So you have a fungal issue. Okay, so muddy paws, that's why you crave pizza. Okay. Are steamed veggies okay? Steamed veggies will stop a detox, but it's okay to have it you have to know your limits. You gotta know your limits. Like if you're trying to heal yourself and you're in a tough situation, then 100% fruits. Don't even question it. Okay, like you don't question it. But if you are not in a hurry and you're trying to do this healing in a relaxed pace, then you can have the steamed veggies, but it will stop your detox. It's a way of stopping or slowing the detox. Nothing wrong with it once in a while, but if you're trying to heal something, I would avoid it for now. Okay. I mean, of course, and if it's a regular diet, like when I say, like remember, my channel is not about a diet. My channel is about detoxification and healing. It's not about your diet choices. I show you what to use to heal. Outside of that, it's up to you. I always tell you, it's best to be on a plant-based, high raw fruit diet. That's the preferred diet for me, in my opinion. But I'm not here to tell you what to eat and what not to eat. If you choose to eat meat and everything after you have done your healing, that's up to you. But remember what brought you here in the first place, right? Okay, so Prostate health, which organs to focus on healing. If you have a prostate issue, you have a kidney issue, fix your kidneys. Fix your kidneys and then use herbs for the prostate as well at the same time. Detox the whole body, focus on the kidneys. This is a kidney issue. A prostate issue is a kidney issue. The kidneys the prostate get inflamed when they can't drain acids out. Acids will get the prostate inflamed. Then you're in trouble. Then you start swelling. So you want to drain the acids out there, you got to fix your kidneys. And then use extra herbs for the prostate, like saw palmetto is a good one, okay? Where to buy the kidney tea and the Fabulous 5. Right now, if you Joy Sweet, that's your name, it's a very nice name, FYI. Your question is, why do you buy the kidney tea and the Fab 5? The kidney tea is right here. And the Fabulous 5, okay, this is kidney directed, but look at the same kind of bottle. But you click the link on my bio. It's right now. The link is there. It takes you to the website, and you can see what we have there for you to get. Okay, I covered eczema already. Someone said, do you say to get a glandular for hyperparathyroid? No. If you have any kind of hyper state, you don't use a glandular. Okay. If you have any kind of hyper tissue, you don't use anything to stimulate it because it's already in a hyper state. You need stuff to calm it down, rather. So I wouldn't even touch the gland at all. I wouldn't focus. If you had a hyperparathyroid, I wouldn't touch the parathyroid. I would work on the kidneys and the lymph system and the bowels, cleanse the whole body of acids, and it will tame itself down. But if you put extra herbs to target, or if you put a glandular to target the parathyroid, you are overstimulating it. It's already generating acids, can't get rid of, and now you're going to kickstart it again to a higher level. It makes things worse. Okay, so don't do that. Any tips for alopecia? So alopecia is what they call an autoimmune issue. We don't see it as a how we look at issues like this. Autoimmunity is a lymphatic issue. Okay, so when your lymph system gets compromised, it can tend to make the body attack itself, and the way to remedy that is to get rid of the cause. Okay, so get your lymph system to move and get the kidneys to filter. Your lymph system is not moving because your kidney is stagnant. You've been eating protein and starches, and this has clogged up the lymph system. Now, I want you to picture the lymph system like a river. It's actually a sewer system, but let's picture it as a flowing river. So the main channels will be the river. Okay, so we have the river gets stagnated. What happens when you have a stagnant river? What happens to it? It backs up, right? Then it starts holding all the toxins, garbage, everything, and it starts backing up, and the river starts to get thick. The river starts to get thick and smells. Exactly the same thing with the lymph system. If your lymph system gets stagnant, then now you have bacteria, you have pathogens, viruses in there that have nowhere to go, and the body will tend to react and to attack itself because it doesn't know what else to do. The issue is all over the place. You want to get the kidneys to filter. You want to get the lymph system to move. That's how I would address such a situation, and that's how you remedy it naturally, or at least get a relief naturally. Sorry. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. Heartburn, I covered it. I'll post this video so you can watch it. Yeah, I'm going to save it this is live. I'll save it for a few maybe a day or two. So along with fruits, what type of herbs do I need to grow here? So we have herbs in a product called Neurological One and Circulation One, and it has herbs like ginkgo leaf and cayenne pepper and hawthorn berry. These are fantastic for blood flow to the scalp region and for hair growth as well. Okay, and that's what you use. But remember that if you want your hair to grow, you have to detox the whole body. It's not a treatment. We don't treat things here. Okay, if you want to get your hair to grow on a spot, use like minoxidil, which I don't recommend because it has side effects. But and it falls off when you're done. You want to address the root cause, so be patient and fix the kidneys, the entire body, detox the whole body. Emphasis on herbs for the scalp and hair, and use like an external hair oil. It's called Grow Hair Oil to push blood flow to the scalp. And you do your best, but don't be in a hurry because it took you a while to lose his hair. It's going to take you a while to grow it back, and you don't want to be impatient because. I'm sorry, but the body takes time to heal itself. Far less time than it took to destroy it, but it still needs time. Okay, I covered the hyperparathyroidism. It's a big words. Even I can't even pronounce sometimes. Okay, hair loss. I covered it out. Let's see. Okay, anything for anemia? I covered anemia. There's quite a few questions, so I'm going through to see what I can do. Someone says, what is a 20-day lemon cleanse? First of all, a lemon cleanse means that you have nothing but lemons, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or any meal. It's usually lemon water, not the actual lemon you eat. And it's very astringent. I don't recommend a lemon-only cleanse for you if you're just coming from a standard American diet. A lemon-only cleanse is done for a short period of time, and it's a very strong cleanse. And I advise that you go on a mixed fruit diet cleanse first, or raw vegan diet first, before you even attempt to use a lemon-only cleanse, because it's very powerful, it's very, very strong, and it will show you what's weak inside you, okay? So, but a 20-day lemon cleanse means that for 20 days you eat nothing but lemons. And yes, it has all the nutrients you need. Yes, you will lose weight. Yes, it's strong. It's a very astringent. It will pull mucus plaque, possibly. It will cleanse the whole body, but it's aggressive for most people, okay? So go lightly. It's not going to harm you. It's just that the detox symptoms are strong, like, okay? Let's see. I have a question. Okay, I covered the fibroids and cysts and all those things. I covered already, okay? I find a good question that anyone can relate to. I covered alopecia. Kidney dialysis I covered as well. Like, see your doctor first, okay, important. So someone says, what's a day like in your life meal-wise? I've shared this many times on my feed though, but okay, let me explain what my typical day is like, okay? And then I'll even describe to you as a cheat day for me, or a bad day, meaning like I eat the wrong foods. So a typical day for me always is fruit juices. For breakfast it's fruit juices, without even a question, okay? And that's because I'm breaking a fast, so I stick with fruit juices. And that will carry me on. I'll usually have like a glass or two, and it will carry me, usually pineapple, orange, and grapefruit. It'll carry me to around 1. Okay, I will have it pretty late. I usually have it around 11, 10:30, 11. That's because I don't believe in eating anything until that time. And lunchtime, I'll have another big jug of juice, like a liter of juice. Okay, and I'll probably have like maybe 2 bananas afterwards, shortly afterwards, bananas, an apple. Okay. And occasionally, if I have grapes, I have grapes. Not all together, obviously, but sometimes I'll have a combination. And then dinner usually is a big salad. But like for the past 2 weeks, past week, I've been strictly fruits. Yesterday I did have some veggies, but it's mostly 100% fruits. So I've been very strict on the fruits because I like to do this for myself as well. I enjoy the way it makes me feel, and I like to practice what I preach as well. So that's my typical good day. Okay. A bad day, sometimes I will sometimes have cooked vegan food. I come from Africa, okay? Our food is starches. We like yams, yams, plantain, cassava. All these are bad foods, okay? But and stews. This is the foods I grew up with, okay? But I don't eat on a normal basis. But sometimes I'll feel like Indian food. Sometimes I'll feel like Chinese food. But they're always vegan and they're well done, and sometimes they're homemade. Okay, but I would not be eating it like this if I had a health concern. Okay, I'll be strictly on the fruits and the raw vegan diet if I had health issues. But if I'm like just like you, I like to enjoy myself. I'll have my treats. I had one of my weaknesses was chocolate, like a vegan chocolate. But I've stopped consuming them, so I do have my bad habits here and there. I just don't make it a common thread, and I definitely wouldn't be eating them if I was trying to heal. I have that self-discipline that I won't do it if I need to. Okay, I'm the kind of person who can go on a dry fast, and it doesn't bother me. I've done a 36-hour dry fast like effortlessly, and the only reason why I stopped it was because I couldn't care less about it. So I don't care not eating, it doesn't bother me, and for some reason I still be able to maintain my muscle size and strength. I know it's odd, don't get me wrong, because for most people, if you start to go on such a low calorie diet, you will lose weight, okay? But for me, for some reason, maybe because my age or something, I don't know, I've stabilized a certain weight, and it seems to be doing me well, okay? So that's my day, typical day. Okay, someone says, I had COVID back in December. I feel worse now than when I was sick. Extreme fatigue and headaches every day. Breathless when I can't do anything. Ideas on what to, okay. So this boils down to any kind of congestion you have, any kind of congestion. Okay, obviously you got to treat it. Okay, so if you need treatment, go seek treatment. Because I'm not against treatments, meaning that like if you need it, go get it. Okay. I like natural immunity. I like natural everything. But if you're pressed for something and you're emergency, you're always going to get attended to, okay? But if it was with me, I was in a situation, I wanted to do it naturally, I'll probably go on a lemon-only cleanse. Why? Because lemon is a way to move the mucus that's causing obstructions. I'll use herbs for the lungs, to expectorate mucus from the lungs, because this is a lung issue. You need herbs like mullein leaf. We have something called respiratory 1T. It's fantastic. It has herbs for that, to a cold foot. These are powerful herbs. Cherry bark is fantastic. It helps break the mucus in the lungs and expectorate it. In herbal school, we were taught this, and it's not really like people don't see the right way, and you shouldn't do it. But I'll express it anyways. Is when you can't, you have a lot of congestion in your chest, you can't seem to expectorate it. Taking lobelia in a teaspoon or two will make you vomit. Okay, and then this can help you get relief. But I wouldn't go that far. What I would do, though, personally, would be go on a lemon-only cleanse and use herbs for the kidneys, adrenals, lymph system, stomach, and bowels. Cleanse the whole body and use extra herbs for the respiratory system, because you want to clean up the lungs. That's what you want to do, okay? And that's the focus. Sweat. Try sweat safely if you can. Anything to open up all the elimination channels is what you do, because once you get rid of all that trapped congestion, then you should get relief, okay? So a high fruit diet, grape only diet, lemon only diet, this is a fantastic, or watermelon only diet, fantastic way of cleansing the body deeply. But use the herbs for sure to help you get kidney filtration, okay? And I'm sorry to hear that you had this. So Jamie Jordan, I'm sorry, but you keep on saying Swiss Chris. I do not know what that is. So I can't answer that question for you. I'm sorry. I wish I could. But I don't know what Chris, Swiss Chris is. Are you saying, yeah, sorry, I do apologize. Recipe, no, I don't have a recipe book. No, but I have, every recipe I create, I put it for free on YouTube. So if you want the link, give to me, I'll send to you. It's for free. I don't charge anything for that. Frequent urination at night, that's your kidneys. Okay, you gotta fix your kidneys and bladder. The bladder is compromised, kidneys are compromised. You gotta fix it. You gotta fix it. Okay, so yeah, if you have a frequent urination, fix your kidneys, fix your bladder. Check your prostate as well. So I'll use herbs for the kidneys, adrenals, lymph system, stomach, and bowels. Use extra herbs for the kidneys, extra herbs for prostate as well. Okay, clean the bowels. Go on a lemon only cleanse or dark grape only cleanse. Don't go too high on the juicing, because you're urinating frequently. So eat the solid food like a grape only diet. It's fantastic for that. Okay. Let's see, and use the herbs for the kidneys will help you get some relief. Okay. Yeah, can kidney tea and Fab 5 can they be used together? Yes, the kidney tea is right here. You can combine it with the Fab 5. Yes, just make a tea and put the Fab 5 in it, and it's easy for you. Okay. I covered hair loss. I'm sorry. So, guys, listen, I'm sorry, but way too many questions. I'm so happy to be here for you guys, but there's no way I can answer all these questions. So you feel free and direct message me, okay? Because we are growing as a group. More and more people are coming to recognize this, and a lot of people have questions, and I'm only one person. I can't keep up, but I'm doing my best. But you have any questions, you direct message me. Even if I can't answer you, I will direct you to our website to get answers, or YouTube, okay? So I do apologize if I don't attend to your questions. I do care about you. I just unable to reach everybody. Someone says, I need a whole body cleanse. I need to transform my entire life. Listen, the first step, change your diet. That's the diet. Change the diet. Okay? What are you going to do? If it were me on your shoes, I want to change my life, my body completely. I want to go and heal myself. I'll transition first. I'll go on a raw vegan diet. So that means green drinks and salads, raw. Okay? Raw dressing. I'll get the herbs. I'll also get the herbs at the same time. So your basic thing you should do when you're trying to detox the whole body and change your lifestyle is to go on the Fabulous 5, okay, or the herbs, and use the kidney tea. Okay, this is called kidney diuretic, but I'm using it as a Fabulous 5 because it's the same bottle. And this is kidney tea, and that's your base. And then you change the diet. You go on a transition diet for raw vegan diet for a few days. Then jump onto the fruits. Okay, a dark grape only diet or mixed fruits, and hit it hard. And you see, you're going to get all the mucus out. You're going to feel fantastic. You're going to think better. Your spirituality is going to improve. It's very weird. The fruits and your spiritual life are interconnected. You start feeling good when you stop eating violent foods. You start feeling good when you start eating living foods. You are now on a different vibrational level. You feel it. You can see it. Anybody who goes on a fruit only cleanse, meditates, pray, you see your clarity becomes, your mind gets better, you become more spiritual, for if that's such a word, even though I don't think there's such a word, because when you're spiritual, you understand that you're part of the whole. You're not an ego. If you're not an ego, then you're part of the whole. That means you no longer are driven by desires and strong desires, and you'll be able to tune and feel things that have always been present, but you never took notice of, because your mind is clouded with thoughts and desires and anger and all those things. But a fruit cleanse is a beginning of that. It helps you transcend yourself. You should try it. 100% fruit diet, and start doing meditation, specifically meditation on a frequent basis. Your whole mind will change. It will change you, and then you'll be able to see things clearly. You start to get more aware. You understand that most people are asleep, even though they are walking and they're talking and they're arguing. They are asleep. They're repeating stuff other people have said. They're not fully conscious of themselves. They don't know who they are. And this fruit diet is a step to that direction. And everybody, this is, in my opinion, why we're here. We're here to find out who we really are. We are in these vessels of body and mind, and we're in a so-called soul. But even so, we're beyond that. But this is why we're here for, okay? So we use the fruits as a stepping stone to heal the body, heal the mind. And you see, things get better, okay? Okay, guys, I think... yeah, someone asked me about the book. Most of you know I have a book, right? Okay, so I wrote this book here. It's called How to Heal Yourself, even when they say you can't. Because I wrote it because I wrote it for myself. I always tell you this because I wanted to leave something behind, saying if I could give this to my brother, my sister, or any loved one, and would they be able to understand and heal themselves and get better? And the answer is yes, and that's why I wrote it. Okay, it's not perhaps the best written book, but it is the best book when it comes to concepts in terms of healing yourself. Because if you need to heal yourself and you use this book, I mean, it will put you in the right path. Put it that way, okay? It won't show you about the herbs, because the herbs, you need to know about herbs. I mean, you have to be a herbalist, but it will give you enough information that you'll be on the right path, and that's why I wrote it. So all of you should get it, okay? It's on Amazon. It's also on my website. The website link is on my profile link, so do get it. I appreciate when you buy it, and when you read it, give it to somebody else, okay? Because the key when I did this is to help other people as well. So I wrote it for myself, and then enough to be, can I give it to somebody to help them? And then the goal was to help other people help themselves so they can help other people. And that's why I wrote the book. So on Amazon, okay, it's 60 pages, very easy to read, and you can implement the information quickly, okay? Okay, guys, so thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. It makes me so happy to come here to talk to you guys one-on-one. When I speak to you, I always speak to you as an individual looking at me right now. And I know that we have not met, but I can tell you that if we sat together and had a tea or a fruit juice, we'll probably get along quite well, because we are interconnected, as you can see. And you're here for a reason, because you either connect with me or you understand what I'm saying, and I appreciate that. But let's picture that I'm having a juice with you right now, and I'm saying thank you, and I want you guys to heal. I want you guys to get better. Please start the journey. It's fruits and herbs. The herbs are very simple. It's not anything complicated. You just change your diet, add the herbs, and stay on the path. And please share your story with me. So, people write to me every day and tell me their stories, and it's what drives me. Like, the testimonials I get, I mean, they're blessings. Like, I mean, someone writes to me, says, you saved my kidneys. You helped me save my kidneys. You helped me do it. To me, it's the happiest. Is what fuels me. It's what makes me happy. Okay, is when you succeed and when you are happy, I'm happy. So please, let's get started. Stay on the path. Do your best, and you win. You win this game. Okay, because you're not sitting around doing nothing. You're taking action. So bless you. God bless you if you believe in God, or all the best for you, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the evening.